Guys, a scary moment indeed. I just spoke with the medical staff here. They said James Marshall has been taken to a local hospital where he is undergoing further evaluation.
So the riders are back in the starting gate, and let's show you the starting list for heat number 2. Brought to you by Thor. Ricky Carmichael ready to go again. Michael Arauco back in the gate, as is Ernesto Fonseca and his Honda teammate, Travis Preston.
Ricky Carmichael, you know, you just saw James Stewart lay down a 47.6 lap time, saw him come from the back of the pack. Ricky now is going to have to lay down some fast lap times to show he's capable of running that speed. We saw last weekend at Anaheim, the lap times don't always mean everything, but going back to your truck before that main event, definitely going to give you some confidence.
In the highlights there, we saw Carmichael, as you take a look at the reigning champion, get a good start up the inside and run the inside through turn 1. Think he'll try that again?
I think so. You know, we talked about the opening show that first turn is very flat. You're coming there with a lot of speed. First guy there doesn't mean he's going to be the first guy out.
Carmichael's got Larocco on the inside of him this time. Can't do anything with it. And it's Ernesto Fonseca on the factory Honda with the big jump.
Getting through that first turn first, having a clear track, being able to triple that first section instead of double-double, definitely is a huge advantage. I mean, Ernesto's able to open up a quick 2-second lead at least, get out front early. Man, Ernesto Fonseca recovering from that crash with James Marshall, just showing what kind of focus these athletes have out there on these motorcycles. Turned it around, now he's out front.
How tough is that for Fonseca, who's got Michael Byrne on the factory Kawasaki chasing him? James Stewart's teammate is Byrne. How tough is it for Ernesto right there at the number 10 to go from having that serious incident with James Marshall to getting his mind back in the right gear for what he's got to do now, his job?
Well, sometimes you can overthink a moment on the track, usually the start line. With Ernesto having to deal with that big experience right there, I think it kind of cleared his head a little bit. I think he might have been worried about something else. He just focused on the task at hand, got that whole shot, and like I said, these guys are professional athletes. Ernesto just put it aside, now he's out front.
Ricky Carmichael has just gotten around the 23 of Kyle Lewis. That puts him up into 3rd. He has a comfortable transfer position at this point, straight to the main event. He comes through the whoops now, chasing Michael Byrne.
That's a section where we saw Ivan Tedesco lose his front end in heat race number 1. It's a jump on, jump off section, very slippery. This moisture starting to come up out of this ground, and I expect the track to be a little bit more slippery even before that main event.
It was and Fonseca has trouble. That puts Byrne into the lead, but for how long? As Carmichael is all over him. Carmichael to the inside. Here comes the Suzuki rider. Wow. And the champ goes right out into the point.
Just like that, you saw Byrne even wheelie that backside of that triple jump. Carmichael just soaks it up, and he saw how much quicker it is when you soak up the face of a triple jump. Soaking it up, what I mean is you stay low. You get that motorcycle back down the ground driving. Carmichael did just that and just blew by Michael Byrne.
Not really sure what happened to Fonseca's machine. He is back in the race, but deep in the field. Whatever it was, the Honda stopped working, and Ricky Carmichael's the new leader. So Ricky Carmichael now sets down to work to try to find a way to lower his lap times. He's down to a 48.8 as we're working our way close to the halfway point in heat number 2. Ricky Carmichael continues to lead heat number 2 here in San Diego, putting in some impressive laps, down to a 48.0, but he's still a few tenths of a second off of where James Stewart was in heat race number 1. Here's a good look at Michael Arauco, who runs in 3rd, sporting the new gold paint scheme this weekend.
The Sobe Gold doing a big promotion this weekend. And Ernesto Fonseca just took the lead on Travis Preston, made the move into that transfer spot, now in 4th spot. Byrne's in 2nd, Larocco's 3rd. Fonseca made that move, and he's going to go transfer directly to that main event, while his teammate Travis Preston, he's going to have to go back and run that semifinal.
And so remember, Fonseca having led early on, and then something happened to the motorcycle, and he's back out onto the racetrack and works his way back into a transfer position. Carmichael, Byrne, LaRocco, and Fonseca, the top four. Those four riders will all have transfer spots to Maine. Their names will come across with the green numerals across the top of your screen. Preston and the rest with red, all looking for a way into the main.
Carmichael acknowledging the crowd, opened up a quick 12-second lead on Michael Byrne, and takes his win in heat race number 2.
Cruz casually to the line. And here comes the battle back for third. LaRocco and Fonseca. LaRocco with the No Fear Gold colors. He'll hold on and take the third place position over Ernesto Fonseca. There's a look at the faces of the four riders who are transferring straight through to tonight's main event out of heat number 2. The winner of that race was Ricky Carmichael. He's with Krista.
Well, this is definitely not one of Ricky Carmichael's favorite places. You're able to get out of there with a heat win.
You know what? This track is really good tonight, so I'm super pumped and looking forward to it. It's going to be a better qualcomm for me than it ever has been. It's going to be hard to beat 01, but I'm feeling good.
All right, so maybe it wasn't one of his favorite places. We'll see if he changes his mind after the main event.
All right, Krista, thanks. It should be a great main event. James Stewart, Chad Reed, Ricky Carmichael already transferred. It's been a big day for Supercross fans here today in San Diego. Lots of activity, as there always is in the pit area. CBS Sports coverage of AMA Mobile Supercross will return after this message and a word from your local station.